How to use AO to power supply. The first step is to turn on the BMS switch, and the battery indicator light will be on. Step 2. Open the battery DC breaker. The battery pack display shows battery information. Step 3. Turn on the inverter switch and start the inverter. The inverter starts working. It can output AC 220 volts to power the load. AC output circuit breaker. There are also two Anderson AC outputs 220 volts. Can be connected to the load terminal for power supply. Press the 220 volts switch to turn it on. The three 220 volts sockets are powered on and can output 3500 watt AC power to the load. Connect to 220 volts mains power to charge the power supply and supply power to the load. After the battery and inverter are started, connect the AC power port to the 220 volts mains power. There are two wiring methods for mains input. One way is to connect the mains power from the wiring board. Close the AC input circuit breaker. The inverter shows that the battery is charged and the load is powered by the mains power. Another way is to connect the mains power to the Anderson wiring port. Power the AO to power supply. Can also use PV Anderson wiring port 25A aviation socket port. Connect to photovoltaic panels for charging. Photovoltaic and mains power can be connected to the power supply at the same time. How to shut down the AO to power supply? First, you must turn off the AC and PV input circuit breakers. Then disconnect the external AC or PV circuit. Turn off the inverter switch. Stop operating the inverter. Turn off the AC output and DC circuit breakers. Then turn off the BMS switch of the battery. EIO to power supply complete.